All right, hey, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, we want to start by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rekah, Kodash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopefully Akim out there pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line and your lineage goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brothers from the GMS Denver camp coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Hashemi Hawashai, with another class lesson. And in this one, man, we're gonna go since the spirit is heavy on this topic, man. You got guys talking about ain't no Jacob's trouble, ain't no tribulation coming. We're gonna show you exactly what the scripture says is about to happen. You see, because you're giving our people a false hope, having them believe that we're not going to go through any type of tribulation. Matter of fact, somebody get Acts 14 and 22 real quick. Grab Acts 14:22. Because you have these false pastors, these false leaders out here telling our people there ain't no tribulation coming, but that's the only way we're getting to the kingdom. You see, great tribulation is coming for the nation of Israel, man. Even for the true believers, man, because our faith has to be perfected through this tribulation that we're about to go through.
So this is the book of Acts, chapter 14, verse 22, and it reads, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of the Most High power.
And that's the only way we're getting that, man. You see, this is our path that the Most High set us on to walk, and that's how we're going in. So if you call yourself an Israelite and you think you're going to the kingdom of heaven, you must know and understand that the only way we're getting there is through great tribulation. When the Most High throws the world into a complete state of calamity and chaos, guess who's going to be in the midst of it, man? We are. You see?
Right, that same verse in the NLT real quick. It says, where they strengthen the believers, they encourage them to continue in the faith, reminding them that we must suffer many hardships to enter the kingdom of Yahweh, Shem Yahushai.
This is the path that the Most High chose for the Israelites to walk, man. You see? And there is no way around it. And like Yahweh said, man, trying to go up any other way, you're a thief and a robber. Yahweh had to go through hardships to come into his glory. So do you think you're better than him? We're not, man. Yahweh is the chief spirit created by the Most High. You see? And yes, the Most High has beautiful things planned for us, but to get to those things, we have to go through we have to pay our dues, basically. You see?
Quick one.
Well,
So this is John 15, verse 20. Remember the word that I said unto you, that the servant is not greater than the Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my sentence, they will keep yours also.
so there it is, man. It's out of the Lord's mouth. He was persecuted. Guess what? His followers are going to be persecuted because we come in his spirit. You see? That's just what it is. Now, what the Most High is about to do in this planet Earth, especially here in the land of America, he's about to shut all this shit down. You see? He's about to throw America into a state of being a third world country, and all hell is going to break loose. And guess who's going to be in the midst of it, man? Jacob, the Israelites. So let's get that second Ezra 15 real quick.
Yeah, if I could just point out one more thing on that scripture we read. I went into the word tribulation. Tribos is the root word there. It says a path worn away, and it's through troubles that path is worn. Like if someone was to walk through a field every day, there'd be a path worn down. But Second Ezra 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
And that's all we're doing, man. All we're doing is reiterating what the Most High has already spoken. You see, in these words are faithful and true, and this is why when you read the scriptures with the proper understanding, it's so repetitive. The Most High says the same things over again because the vision has already been ordained to come to pass from the beginning. You see? So all we do is tell you exactly what the Most High is about to do. And that's what we see happening. the collapse of America. We're on the brink of World War III. This chip is being pushed to the forefront. The Israelites are raising up and coming back to the understanding of who they are, all according to prophecy, man. You see, the second coming of Yahushua is about to happen, all according to what the Most High has spoken. That's what it's all about. It's all about the Lord's will, man.
And if you're a true believer in Yahushua, you should know that the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. Huh? And that's how you know the true prophets and the false prophets.
Mm-hmm.
I got to say,
You got
if you don't serve Yahweh and Yahushua correctly, it says in Deuteronomy 32, verse 17, they sacrificed unto devils, not to Yahweh, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. You know, so if you're not serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you're serving demons. You're making sacrifice unto devils.
I got one too. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15. Do your best to present yourself to power as one approved, a worker who has no need to be ashamed, rightly handling the word of truth. That's the Holy Scriptures in the volume of this book that we reiterate all the time in our videos, in our testaments.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
All right, I'll continue on. 2nd Ezra 15, verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
You know what? Everything that's written in this book is going to happen because this is what the Most High has spoken. And if it doesn't come to pass, that will make the Most High a liar. And we know it's impossible for the Most High to lie. So everything we find written in this book is what's playing out right around us, man. The pages are living and breathing. You see? It's being acted out each and every day that passes by. And everything is going to continue to intensify according to the Most High's word, man. This is what you Israelites have to understand. This is not some fairy tale, some Disney fucking fantasy, man. These words are true. You got people walking around the earth, oh, the Bible's a fairy tale, oh, the sky daddy this and the sky daddy that. All right, well, you gonna fucking see. You gonna see when he throws your ass into a state of complete tribulation, man. A state of complete chaos. Because that's what's coming. See, the pride of man is being built up so high because you have all these comforts. You can run to Whole Foods, you can run to Walmart, you can run to Target anytime you feel like. Get that fucking expensive ass Starbucks when you want. See, that shit has made you people comfortable, man. See, but the Most High is about to take all of that away and throw you into a state of complete distress, man. That's what's coming. You got it, Koyo.
Verse 3, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
So for us true believers, man, we can't give a damn about what somebody thinks about us or what they think they're gonna do to us, man. We can't let the incredulity, which is the unbelief of these non-believers, shake us. Because at the end of the day, we understand their fate. They've been condemned to death by the Most High, man. That's why they don't believe. Because what does it say in the next verse, Koyo?
It says in verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
And that's just what it is. You have to understand that as well. All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So if they don't believe, if they're not considering the will of the Most High, hey, it's because the Most High didn't give them the spirit of faith to believe, man. Because he's condemned them, he's cursed them to death. You see, and that's exactly what's coming to the planet Earth, man. Major death in a major way. You see?
Yep. And you know, they had a trouble believing in the past on Yahushua when he came. And this is what he said in Mark 8, verse 12. And he sighed deeply in his spirit and saith, why doth this generation seek after a sign? Verily, I say unto you, there shall no sign be given unto this generation. You know, the unbelieving, no matter what they see, they won't believe. So there's no sign to give to for them to believe because the Lord don't want them to believe. The 2/3 and the heathen, they're not allowed to believe. You know.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, we got Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. Okay. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi Yahushai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
So two parts represents the 2/3, man. 2/3 of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, you're gonna be cut out. You're gonna be cut the fuck off because you don't believe. You're still leaning upon Esau for your help. You're still out here talking about you're gonna vote for Donald Trump. All this bullshit. No, man. You're supposed to be in the spirit to repent and to get right with your power because what the end is coming. You see, and if you're not right with Yahweh through faith in Yahweh Shai, you are going to die. And it ain't gonna be no, oh, I'm gonna just die in my sleep. No, man, it's gonna be a horrible, tormenting death, man. You see, the Most I said He's gonna bring torment upon men. Go look up that word torment. You see, this is what's coming upon 2/3 of the house of Israel, man. Go ahead, bro.
But the third shall be left therein.
The third is who? That's the true believers, the remnant that the Most High prophesied to return. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. We're going to be protected when all hell is breaking loose, when it's going down, when famine is gripping the planet. You see, don't know where the fucking next meal coming from. Guess what? The servants of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua are going to eat.
And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried.
What's the fire, man? The fire is the time of Jacob's trouble, the great tribulation for our nation. We're going to go through that fire to be what? Tried as gold, to be made completely pure. Because when we come up out of that fire, that tribulation, our faith is going to be on maximum overdrive, man. You see, to the point to where it's going to get us beamed up into a so-called UFO, which is a chariot by the Lord Yahweh Shai. That's how our faith is going to be when this thing is all said and done, man. That was it, bro.
This is a good one.
Good.
They shall call my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua is my power.
Who is his people? The Israelites who have faith. That's who his people is. What you got, Shabbat?
I got John 17 and 16. Or I'm sorry, John 16 and 33. These things I have spoken unto you. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world.
And then Yahweh Shai is telling you right here, you're going to have tribulation in the world. But you got these false pastors out here talking about ain't no tribulation coming. So do you outrank the Lord? You see? Because that's what a lot of you think, man. You think you outrank Yahweh Shai because you got 7,000 views on YouTube. No, man. The Lord even told us out of his own mouth. You just got it earlier. Somebody read it. That what? The servant is no greater than his master. You see? And that was just backed up with the brother Shabbat just read about what? We're going to have tribulation in this world, man. Because that's the path that the Most High set the true believers on. To go through all this tribulation and keep the faith through it all, man. You see? That was it. No. Go ahead, Koyo.
I gotta
Hold
say,
Hold on. Go ahead, no.
This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Straight to the point, man. They ain't gonna be an easy walk in the park, man. All right. This is something that spiritually first you're gonna be tempted, man.
And then when all your resources are taken away, all your luxuries and all your comfortabilities and all that shit ahead that you partake in on your daily, your electricity, you got your TV, your phone, you can go to goddamn
Starbucks and get
Chick-fil-A.
coffee, whatever.
You know what I'm saying? You can go get a nice ass steak from Walmart or King Soop's or Safeway or Kroger, wherever you fucking shop at. Bro, when that shit is gone and it's a wrap, now what? Now what?
When you can't go and take a shower quickly in your hot tub with the running hot water.
Yeah, nuts all stink, you're musty.
Hey, shit, they might be all right the first day, but then day two.
Day 5.
Right.
Day 5.
When you
5 days later.
they did a military.
When you can't use the bathroom, when you got to find a way to go out and use a bucket or something like that. Now, when you're
if you got a bucket,
yeah.
If you got a bucket,
you got some bubble guts, your stomach's cramping.
Ain't no angle salt, ain't no Charmin.
Man.
Now what you gonna do? Because this is what is coming. Y'all think the Lord fucking around, man. All this shit is about to be snatched from you in an instant. You're gonna be out there in the fucking wilderness. You women ain't gonna have no makeup, no shampoo, no conditioner, no sanitary napkins. Box gonna be rotten. What you gonna do in that day? Cause you chafing, hot, sweating, dirty, dingy, bro. Bro, the Lord is not. He wants to humble the world, man. And niggas is out here talking about ain't no tribulation. All right, we gonna fucking see. We gonna see.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They did a military experiment and they starved people for like it was supposed to go for a week, but they said people were going crazy within 2 days.
Because they're not built for it. They haven't been prepared for it.
Like that Edomite that got stuck in the elevator with this woman and he fucking went crazy and ate her.
And knew help was coming. That's the crazy part. They told him they was on the way, and nigga still ate that bitch. He been wanting to do that shit. Go ahead, Koyo.
I got a step.
I got a quick one real quick
Go ahead.
before it reads that.
Go ahead, brother.
Because like you brothers were saying that these people ain't going to have the things they have right now. You know, they can't be going to the Starbucks, go pick them up a steak, go take a shower, just simple things that, you know, we take for granted ain't going to be available. So this is deals with women, but it's really everybody. Isaiah 32:10. Many days and years shall you be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail and the gathering shall not come. So the vintage, it means something from the past. So that's how it's going to be. They're going to be like, man, I remember the days when I used to be able to just go to Starbucks, or I remember when I can just, you know what I'm saying? I can just go pick up a steak at Safeway. But that's going to
society. This society right here in Babylon is really meant to keep these women at ease, you know, not needing anything from a man to break up, because the government built it perfectly for them to break up the family and have these women depending on the government and everything around them.
That shit's about to be snatched. And the thing is, if you want to continue in that comfortability, guess what you're gonna have to do? Somebody get it. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Because we wouldn't even planning on going into the chip, but that's what it's leading to, bro. That's that. If you want to continue on in the comfortability of America and to get back to air quotation normal, you know what I'm saying? Got to put the air quotations. This is what you're gonna have to do. Go ahead, bro.
This is Revelation 13:16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
And this is what this damn devil is about to push upon the entire world, man. So if you want to go back to a state of normality and comfortability, you're gonna have to get this fucking device. And guess what? This goes for everybody. No matter how much, no matter what your status is in society, how much you got in your fucking bank account, this man is gonna enforce this and make it mandatory for everyone to have. You see? That's what he's prepping right now, man. He's gonna the Most High is gonna have him snatch everything away from you, and for you to get it back, guess what you're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to bend the knee. Somebody hold that real quick. I've set aside for myself 7,000 men. Matter of fact, let's get that next. That's what's coming, man. And guess what that's gonna cause? Great tribulation. Okay, you been paying your mortgage. Hey, shit, you might even own a house. Guess what they're gonna do? Snatch that shit from you. You might have paid your rent up for 3-4 months. Guess what they're gonna do? Cast you out of your homes. How do we know all this, man? It's written in prophecy. It's hey, bro. When it go down, the only thing we're gonna have is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. That's it. And that's only for the true believers. For the rest of you niggas, you don't stand a chance. You got that? What is it?
So I got Romans 11:4. It says, "But what saith the answer of the Most High to him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal."
And that's what they're trying to make you. That's what they're trying to force you to do right now. Bow the knee to their false idol, which is this damn chip. You see, for you to continue your miserable existence here in Babylon the Great or wherever you are. Because once again, we know that this is going to be worldwide because the hour of temptation.
When you look up the ball, you see Esau.
You see? This is what's coming, man. Wait, no.
Oh,
my bad. Go ahead.
One more, Salaki. Even so, then, at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace.
So the remnant is not going to bend the knee, man. We rather die. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. We rather die than to talk about Esau. Because basically, this what you're signifying when you take that fucking device up in you, you're saying Esau is your God. Man, we would rather die than to say this damn cracker is our God. Man, our God is Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah. You see? And may the Lord Yahweh Shah give us a spirit to stand on that boldly
What was it like?
when that time comes. What's up?
Like Meshach, Abednego, or
Rashad, Meshach.
Rashad? Salaki. Yeah, you had the three brothers that were not willing to bow down to the king, man.
Said, nigga, throw me in the furnace, man.
Yep. Everybody else around them were like, "Oh, you have to bow down. You have to bow down." Nah, we only bow down to Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. Fuck your king.
They probably look around at
So
nigga.
they were like, "What are you doing?"
It was like something like, get your ass up, stupid ass niggas.
Yeah.
That's how our family gonna be too, man. You know,
Fuck it.
your acquaintances in the world. Just go ahead, take the chip, man. Come on, what you know? You got kids.
Fuck that. Good.
Con.
King David did the same with Goliath. You know, the Israelite soldiers were all hiding, including King Saul. But King David was bold. You know, who the fuck is this uncircumcised heathen?
Yep.
Con, even the Maccabees did the same thing. You know, they weren't conforming to the ways of the heathen, to the commandment of the king. You know, they were in that spirit.
Hey, Eleazar, he was like, now I refuse to deceive my people to think I was eating pork. Nigga, put me to death. And that's the spirit we're gonna have to be in when it goes down. And it's the spirit that this is constantly coming up in this time because it's about to go down, man.
Yeah.
The elder Apostle Gabar just did a video. Prepare your minds to be martyrs, man, because it might come down to us having to die for this truth.
Even
this is not a fucking game, man. This is not a fad. This is not a trend. This is not something to be cute on the Israelite, and that's where it stops. No, man, this is deadly serious, man.
Yeah.
People are gonna lose their lives behind this truth, man. And you got motherfuckers out here playing around. This is not a fucking game.
Con. Let me bring this out just because we're talking about bending the knee and how, you know, the men of Yahweh aren't going to bend the knee or bow the knee to
I think it's cute right now.
to the system, to the devil. But this is there's a reason why Yahweh's going to do all this, and this is the main reason right here. Isaiah 2:11, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. And Yahweh alone shall be exalted in that day. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low.
That's the spirit, because that's what the Most High is doing, man. Everybody's in the earth walking around in the spirit of pride and the spirit of arrogance, as if they can't be touched, as if they're doing no wrong. And the Most High is about to humble the world, man. You see, by bringing it into a state of calamity, by bringing a state of chaos, you see, by bringing the world into a state of scarcity, especially here in America, the land of abundance. Niggas out here eating fucking 42-ounce steaks and shit. You see, that's a 42-ounce steak can feed a family. You cook it right. You see, but all that comfortability, all that fucking leisure, that leisure, that luxury. You see, that decadence, hey, the Most High is about to take all that shit away from you. And the only way you're going to be able to get it back is by taking that chip. And if you get that chip as an Israelite, your fate is fire and brimstone, man. Point blank, period.
Because the elect, I was going to say, the elect are going to be, you know, they're going to be sealed in that day, because they're going to be like, they're going to turn to Yahweh, you know. Everyone of the elect is going to be turning to Yahweh. And even the heathen, they're going to, the 2/3, they're going to be thinking about Yahweh, considering Yahweh, considering the words we're speaking now in that day. But right now, they don't consider, you know.
Nah, because it tell you, even though for all these scourges, they shall not even, they should not consider. They tell you that in 2nd Ezra 16. Even though it's going down, they still not going to consider it, because that's how gone 2/3 are. Now, if you do have some people who are thinking upon it, they'll be a part of the remnant. That's the only the remnant is the only ones who are considering Yahweh Shem Shah. 2/3 is still going to be going on in their madness, like ain't shit going on around them.
Spirit.
I got Seth. Yahweh Shai himself, even when he was standing so boldly before Pontius Pilate, he said this ain't my kingdom either, talking about the earthly kingdom. It said,
God.
John 18, verse 36, Yahweh Shai answered, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence. So just like the three holy sons, just like the Maccabees, just like all the prophets, Yahweh Shai being the head, he also did the same thing. He stood so stiffly before oppression and said, this ain't my kingdom. I'm not going to bow the knee, you know? And then I had another one, Luke 8, verse 9. And his disciples asked him, saying, what might this parable be? And he's talking about the parable of the sower. It says, Yahweh Shai said, and he said, unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of Yahweh, but to others in parables, that seeing they might not see, and hearing they might not understand. Now the parable is this: the seed is the word of Yahweh. One more, verse 15. But that on the good ground, talking about the elect men, are they which in an honest and good heart, having heard the word, kept it and bring forth fruit with patience. So just like we were explaining earlier, the 2/3, they'll never be able to, until we get to the kingdom, they'll know it by pain when they're dying. But otherwise than that, they're not going to really repent of any form.
Because they're going to still be out here calling on fucking Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
fucking lifting up prayers to Mary sets, praying the rosary, all type of shit. And that's just going to cause the Most High to punish their ass even more.
Right? But the elect are the 1/3 that's going to be saved. You're going to have Israelites that repent all the way to the last minute. You know what I mean?
Yep. So let us not finish this prophecy right here. Go ahead, now.
Con, so this is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 7.
Which side of Most High had that thing flow out? Like, we wouldn't even finna go into the chip. But this is the time we coming into, man. This is going to cause great misery for the world, man. Can you not see it? These motherfuckers, these elite have the power to shut the world down. We've witnessed that shit already. The world was still, you see, during that first lockdown, there were no fucking cruises going on, to the point to where you had animals coming into the city because it was so fucking quiet.
Right.
You had dolphins coming into ports because there were no ships going, man. These elite have the power to shut this bitch down. And that's what they're gonna do again. What's up?
And the first time was a short time, it was a test run.
It was a test run. Yep, and a lot of people failed the fucking test. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of the name.
There it is. You're not going to be able to function in society without this device, man. That's just what it is. And that's going to cause a great time of tribulation. No more going into Walmart, no more going into Target, no more getting gas. Ain't gonna be no more buying. You ain't buying no more fucking Jordans. You know what I'm saying? All this shit that you're used to, you know what I'm saying? All this shit that you're used to is about to go out of the window, man, because what? The Most High is about to humble the world. And the only ones who are prepared to stand in that day is who? The remnant of the nation of Israel, those who took this serious, man. Not just out here just calling ourselves Israelites and that's where it stops. No, man, we live this. We have internalized that we can die for this. You may die. You see, matter of fact, get Revelation 20. Get Revelation 20. Somebody.
That's a blessing to die for the Lord.
Yep. But the thing is, if you ain't internalized that, you don't see it that way. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't really ingested the word and know that this is a part of it, being a martyr, your ass is not. You ain't thinking about no blessing. You thinking about how can I preserve myself, and that's the spirit the 2/3 is going to be in when they're faced with this with this, and a lot of these people who proclaim to be Israelites, man. You got that Revelation 20.
Oh, where you want to
Start at verse 4, if I'm mistaken.
And I saw the thrones.
Yep.
So this is Revelation 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High Power, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Mashiach 1,000 years.
That's a possible outcome for any one of us, man. You see, having to go up under that guillotine for our faith because we testified on Yahweh's behalf, because this word that we hold up in our spirits, the word of the Most High, is going to make us a target. You have to understand this, man. You see, being calling yourself an Israelite is not some light thing, man. You see, this possibility is that we can have our heads lopped off because of this. But like it tells us, we're going to sit on thrones with Yahweh Shai in that first dominion if it comes down to it. It made them, and if any of us have to go through that, you see, being a martyr made the Most High give us the strength to do it with great courage, you see, and noble integrity, man, like our righteous forefathers before us, man. Because this won't be the first time we've been persecuted for being who we are. Because that's why we're being persecuted, man, because we are the Israelites. But at the end of the day, we know what the outcome is for the righteous, man. We're going to be exalted into glory. So finish that prophecy.
This is back in Revelation 13 and verse 18, and it reads, "Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beasts, for it is the number of a man."
It is the number of a man. Who is that man? The elite of Esau, Edom, the international banking families, man. The Rothschilds, the Oppenheimers, the DuPonts, the Rockefellers, the Gettys, the Merovingians. Those wicked-ass elite Amalekite Edomites, you see, are the ones who are about to force this upon the world, man. Not the spiritual demon. The spiritual demon saying they ain't coming down from heaven to do this, man. Know that he has his puppet on the earth that he's going to do this through. The so-called white race, man. The elite of the so-called white race. Good enough.
For it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 scores and six.
666, Chai-Side stigma. When you go into that word stigma, it goes into a mark made by a pointed instrument, letting you know it's something physical. It's not a spiritual mark. The spiritual mark is that Tawab, that mark of exemption from judgment that the remnant is going to receive by doing what? Sighing and crying for all the wickedness that goes on in the earth, man. This is what Esau is coming with. Since he's a carnal man, it's going to be a carnal mark. It's something that he wants to put in you to show his ownership over you. This is what's coming, man. And if you don't go along with what this man is pushing out, guess what? Your ass is going to be excommunicated from society and no more moving freely. You got cars running up and down the streets on the house. All that shit going to stop. This shit going to stop. You know what I'm saying? All of it is going to stop, man. You can keep thinking it's a fucking game if you want to, but you will find out the hard way.
So on that, I just wanted to hit it off. The definition for stigma is a mark, prick, or brand upon the body.
Meaning what? It's physical.
Yep.
It's a physical mark, man.
Right,
For all you clowns out here talking about still talking about this a spiritual mark. Man, get the fuck out of here.
that's why it goes back to the Greek, because what were the Greeks doing? They were branding Jake. It's like when you go to the Greek fraternities in college, they'll brand you with the Greek alphabet, because the Greeks are the Edomites today, the Romans are the Edomites today.
Yep.
The stigma is in the Greek, so it says to ancient Oriental usage, slave and soldiers bore the name or stamp of their master or commander.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Esau branding you and proclaiming himself to be master over you. No, man. We belong to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You see? We belong to the Almighty. We are his people. We don't belong to no fucking cracker named Esau, man. You see? And a lot of our people are going to fall victim to, I ain't going to say victim, they're going to fall to this because what? They haven't taken heed to the words of the prophets, man. You see, the Most High is speaking to the prophets to tell you what you're supposed to be doing, but you don't want to hear it. So when it goes down, a lot of you are going to be taken with this bullshit, man.
It says branded or prick cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to.
So again, this device shows who you belong to, man. It shows that you belong to Esau. And guess what? Since you love your master so much, you're gonna partake in his destruction, man.
Says and there were even some devotees who stabbed themselves in this way with the token of their gods.
Right.
So yeah, this is just about.
Willingly take it. The
What was
2/3
that?
are gonna willingly take it. They're gonna ask it for themselves. Say, "I want this." That's what they're gonna do. That's why. That's why Esau's gonna make it so hard to live, because he's gonna put it in your side for you to say, "I need this. I want it." You know what I mean?
He's gonna
The way you see everything right now, even in 2020, man, you have these people saying, "No, this is the way. We got to do this, that. It's right because the government is telling us to do it, and this is the way we want to live."
You know what that is? That's Jake still in that spirit. We have no God but Caesar.
Yep.
We have no God but Caesar. This is the spirit they're still in. So that's why when it goes down, they're gonna run to Esau for a handout. He's like, wait, if you want my resources, you got to go by my protocol.
And this same Israelites that wanted to go back into Egypt, they were happy being slaves in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Same ones.
Yep. Who hold him?
I gotta.
Now, when this is 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy. For the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are.
There you go.
So yeah, man, you take this chip, you defiling the temple of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know, where your spirit dwelleth. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't no better than the Greeks that went and defiled our temple during the Greek captivity, man. They put all manner of abominations and idols. That's what you're doing when you get this device up in you. How to switch to a Mark of the Beast video. Spirit, bro. That was it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, the Lord gonna destroy you.
That's what you holding, bro.
I got what we were talking about. John 15 verse 13. Greater love had no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends. And you know, in everything that we're going into, you're gonna have people that lay down their lives like us, which we're hopefully, you know, of that elect. And then you're gonna have the rest, the 2/3, which are gonna just go with it willingly. You know.
You holding? You call?
Yeah, I got one. This is John chapter 18, verse 36. Yahushua answered, "My kingdom is not of this world."
I got no.
Got already.
Yeah, here. I think. Yeah, I got John.
Oh, I got 18.
Yeah, that was the one.
36. Okay, he got it.
What's up?
This is John 18.
He's gonna read it real quick.
I'll reiterate. Yahushua answered, "My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, my servants would have been fighting that I might not be delivered over to the Jews.
But that's the one I got.
But my kingdom is not from this world."
And that shows you that we can't fight Esau, right? Because if anybody was gonna fight Esau, it would have been Yahushua and all the people that followed him. You gotta remember, there was thousands of people that knew Yahushua was the Messiah, feeding them with loaves of bread and fish. So if anybody was ready to fight Esau and his kingdom, it would be Yahushua and his followers in that time, right? So now we're not supposed to, you know, get guns, or what is that new thing that's going around? You know, the army of Israel or whatever. They're saying that they're created to defend against the persecution that comes upon Israel.
HDU.
Yeah, that's the wrong spirit. We're supposed to be persecuted. We just read it earlier. Some of us have to be put to death. We have to.
Khan.
Going back.
Hold on. Call y'all. You can drop that now, because I mean it just turned into a Mark of the Beast video now.
Yeah.
So this is Revelation 14 and verse 9, and it reads.
So this is the judgment written for any Israelite that goes and gets this device up in them, man. You see, because you wanna prolong your life a little longer. you want to be back in the normality or a state of comfort, you got to know and understand, man. The Most High is bringing this because He's about to destroy America. You see, and if any Israelite goes and gets it, it shows that you never had faith. So since you don't have a faith, like the brother just read earlier in 2 Ezra 15, you're gonna die. Getting this divisive opinion shows a lack of faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and you put more faith in Esau. So your judgment is gonna be the so-called white man's judgment, man, which is death and destruction by way of fire and brimstone hitting the land of America. You got it.
Let me read one up. Verse 7 is Revelation 14 and 7, saying with a loud voice, fear the Most High power and give glory to Him, for the hour of His judgment is come, and worship Him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the foundations of the waters.
There it is, because there is only one true living power, man. That's what we're supposed to be serving. That's what we're supposed to be crying out to. You see, you're not supposed to be running to Esau for no fucking help, especially in these times of tribulation. So as the scriptures tell you, never trust thine enemy, man. You see? And it tells us that whoever consents unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot, because he's just gonna stab you in the back like he always does, man. This man is not here to help you. Nothing he's done has ever benefited us, man. You see?
Verse 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High power, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
So that's the judgment for worshiping this beast system, which is Esau's power structure. You're worshiping the image, which is the wicked lifestyle that he promotes and propagates all throughout the earth, the wicked doctrines and philosophies. You okay with how this shit is being ran? You okay with the society? That's the image of the beast. And if you go get that damn MOTB, that's gonna seal the deal, man. Because you're fully gone into thinking that Esau is gonna be forever, man. You see? And you're sadly mistaken. A lot of you, hey, now you got IUIC out here talking about don't hate the white man, don't hate Esau. You see? You got Jake out here talking about oh, Esau can be saved. So guess what? Y'all motherfuckers operating in the gray area. You're operating in the gray area. So when it goes down, you see a lot of these leaders of these different camps. Oh, the chip ain't the mark of the beast. What's the spiritual mark? What if you get it in your left hand? What if you all right, keep playing no fucking games, man.
You can get it in your ass, you're still getting it, man.
You see? Because at the end of the day, the judgment is what? You're going to be tormented with fire and brimstone in the form of what? 200 million thermonuclear warheads, man, raining down upon this place. You're going to be burned the fuck up because you've been warned. And hey, and how do we know you've been warned? Because we put out videos on this almost every week. You see? So there will be no excuse, man. Your ass is going to be burned up in this nuclear fire when it comes if you get this device put up in you. Because you have openly testified that Esau is your savior. Esau is your God.
This is, Revelation 16 and 2. All right. And it says, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. So you talking about, I can get the chip in my left hand or your leg or whatever. You're gonna get fucking, cancer.
Yep.
That grievous sore anyway. You can't just take this shit out.
Hey, you see people that don't have little arms and shit like that, and they use their feet for everything. Hey, it doesn't matter where you get it. You get it.
Still the mark of the beast.
Yep.
You don't even have to get it. Really, it says if you worship, if you want this to continue.
Yep. And hey, and in that, we already know how you're gonna have to operate in this motherfucker. You're gonna have to get that device. Yep. And that's the same reason a lot of these motherfuckers took that juice.
Yep.
It's because they worship the beast and his image.
They got scared for the jobs. They got scared because they didn't know where food was coming from.
Yep.
That's what the devil does, bro. I was watching an interview of Esau dealing with the Northern Kingdom, And he put the he's like, "Did you eat yesterday? Yes. Did you eat today? Yes." And then he goes, "What are you going to eat tomorrow? I don't know." And that brought that fear on him, to doubt. The Lord's been feeding you, but now you're doubting. And that's what the devil does. He'll put doubt in you. And that's why we got to encourage each other through these videos.
Yeah. That's why we also have to fast, man.
Mm-hmm.
That fasting helps your spirit, man. Helps your faith.
Mhm.
Put
Yeah,
your trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai and not the carnal things. Or Revelation 14 and 11.
Hey, take that down, Shabbat.
It reads, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they worship nor rest, and they have no rest, day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
And that's what it is, man. And that's gonna cause a great time of tribulation. Because once again, without having this thing put up in you, there's no operating for you in society, man. This is what Esau is coming with. You see? Matter of fact, somebody get Revelation 3 and 10. Because at the end of the day, the remnant, we're taking heed to what the Most High said, man. We're putting our faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah to feed us, and knowing that provision is already made. It's already written. The prophets have already seen the vision of us getting the victory. You have to have faith in that, man, that you are going to overcome this time of tribulation. That's why it's so important to continue to go into these scriptures over and over and over again so it can be in your spirit, man. Somebody got Revelation 3 and 10?
God, go ahead, grab it, brother. I got Revelation 2 and 10 as well.
All right, Revelation chapter 3, and verse 10. Because thou hast kept, and this is Lord Yahweh Shah speaking, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
And what's the hour of temptation, man? It's when this thing is made mandatory all throughout the earth. Ain't gonna be no running, ain't gonna be no hiding, man. You're not gonna be able to fake the funk or cheat the system when this thing is made mandatory. You see? Because if you ain't got it, your ass is gonna be cut off. You see? Go ahead, bro.
Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
And that word right there goes into orchomany. You see? Meaning everyone. You see? This is gonna be worldwide. This is what the WEF is trying to push forth. This is what the UN is trying to push forth, man. This is the new world order. And if you don't have it, bro, ain't no more jobs for you. No more gas stations, no more nothing, man. That's gonna cause times of hardship. Cast out of your homes, your apartments. They might even threaten to take your children away.
All right.
This is what's coming, man.
California already did that. They pretty much they signed just a law recently where they can take your kid and put them in a foster care for any reason.
Yep.
All right. Verse 11 says, Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
And that's what it is, man. We got to hold fast to this faith. You see, even in these times of tribulation. See, a lot of you Israelites been playing games thinking that, I say you just Israelite in the title only because it's cute. You know you're Israelite, we the Most High's chosen people, so forth and so on, but you haven't gone any deeper than that. You haven't rigid your mind for the battle that we're about to face, man. So guess what? It's going to be easy to snatch your crown because you haven't been built up. You talk shit about the men in the camps who are out here laboring, putting their life on the line to bring you this gospel. You know what I'm saying? You out here remixing the Most High's doctrine, trying to sidestep the tribulation, and when it goes down, man, you niggas don't stand a chance. You know what I'm saying? So we can start bringing our closer selves, man. Because the point is being made. Because this MOTB is gonna cause great tribulation.
Yep.
That shit gonna cause the ultimate tribulation. Because if you ain't got it, imagine niggas who get it, bro. What did the Most High give them the vision? Like what's going? As soon as they get that shit put in their hand, they just get the vision of fucking America being on fire. It's too late now.
Yep.
Ain't no going back.
What was that one dude from IUIC that got something and he said he felt like his soul left his body.
Oh, he got that damn juice.
Yep.
He got that damn man.
Shit, his faith was gone.
He said he was like, feel like the Lord left me. Hell no.
Let me get this one right away, Baba Kashad. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
What is that, man? That's tribulation. You being snatched out of your home, probably in your drawers in the middle of the night, thrown into a fucking cold ass FEMA camp. You see, and all you got is that fucking space blanket, that fucking aluminum foil blanket they give you and shit.
Which they
And
have
you-
that, bro. FEMA camps. I came across one in Denver, Montbello, Peoria, and I-70. You know, that's an actual thing that's happening right now. FEMA camps.
Yeah.
That's a part of it. That's a part of the tribulation. I don't know what Bible these motherfuckers read. But when you all throughout the scriptures, the most I talks about the tribulation we're going into, man. The devil is gonna cast some of you into prison. Who are they talking about? Esau, Edom. When he comes down with great wrath, according to Revelation 12 and 12.
Gotta bring this up. A lot of these Christians talk about this rapture, man. They think they gonna get taken up
The
before.
pre-tribulation rapture and shit.
Yeah, yeah. That's what they really think. That's what these Christian churches are telling these people, man, that they're gonna get taken up, you know, to be with white Jesus before anything even happens.
It's already happening. It's already happening. They still
There you see baby Jesus.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, that was it, man. You know, there ain't gonna be no pre-tribulation rapture, man. We gotta go through it, man. We gotta be tried like golden fire.
That's right. That's the only way. It's the only way.
So, you ain't got no more?
I have precepts. Go ahead.
Okay.
Somebody reading Revelation 2 and 10, right?
Yeah, I am.
Look.
It says, Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful.
Hold up. Hold up. Go ahead, finish.
It says, Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit say unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death.
What's the second death?
The nuclear missiles. That destruction, man, that's coming.
Hey, let me get this word for tribulation. And who just spoke that?
This is John.
Yahweh Shah. Red letter. Red letter. Yahweh Shah spoke that, right? Says and so the word for tribulation goes in what? Emphasis.
Churches, yeah.
A pressing together, pressure. And what? Tribulation. Metaphorically, oppression, affliction, tribulation, distress, straits. He's talking to who? Believers, man.
Yep.
Like, bro, this is not a fucking game. You out here telling Jake ain't no tribulation coming. The Lord says otherwise. And told us to be faithful even unto death, and he'll give us a crown of life. Bro, you're gonna have to fight for this crown, man. We gotta fight for this glory.
No.
Just because a lot of Israelites think they just about to be handed the kingdom. No, nigga, you gonna have to fight for it like Yahweh Shai did.
Yep. And that's why if you go into that word, to the root word, which I got earlier, it says to be worn away, wore out.
Yeah, well, the saints.
Yeah.
Good one, real quick. This is Acts 5:29. It says, Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, We ought to obey the Most High rather than men. And that applies to today, man. When they bring this chip, man, we got to obey what the Lord said rather than what this devil is saying to do. You know, they're gonna have the government telling you that this is what the law is. Now you have to take this chip, and if you refuse it, you're breaking the law or whatever.
That's done. So it started getting close inside. I got one I'm gonna wrap up on. What y'all got?
I got one. Go ahead.
It's crazy, bro. That's all you read about throughout the whole story, bro.
I got James chapter 1, starting at verse 2, ESV. Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness, and let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask power, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given him. But let him ask in faith with no doubting, for the one who doubt is like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. So
Keep
God,
going.
you gave an example. You gave both sides. He gave you an example of the righteous, and he gave you an example of the wicked, which are the 2/3 and the heathen. But you got one, call y'all?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. I got like 4 verses.
Okay, I got a quick couple verses too here. Just because the reason why like they ain't gonna believe us is because right here, they don't believe Yahweh's word, right? So this is John 8, and this is Yahweh Shai speaking. John 8 and 43. Why these 2/3 and these heathen they're all gonna take this chip because it's not for them, right? John 8 and 43. Why do ye not understand my speech? Even because ye cannot hear my word. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So that truth, that chip, that's a lie. That's telling people that, hey, you're going to be able to continue on. You take this mark, but we know the truth that, hey, that's a lie.
What did the serpent in the Garden of Eden tell Eve?
spirit. That's spirit. I'm not just saying that, bro.
Oh,
You
God.
should not die. That's a spirit. That's a spirit.
That shows you that that serpent was that man,
Yep, the same nigga that's ruling the earth right now.
That beast of the field. This is verse 45. And it's still Yahweh Shai speaking. And because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not. And we come in the same spirit as Yahweh Shai. We're telling them the truth. We're telling them, hey, take this device. This equals death, right? You're going to be condemned to that lake of fire. They don't believe us. Verse 46. Which of you convinceth me of sin? And if I say the truth, why do ye not believe? He that is of the Most High heareth Yahweh's words. Ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of Yahweh. That's all I have.
That's why they can't get it, because the most I ain't dealing with them, man. What you got, Kyle?
This is Ezekiel
Earlier when I wasn't saying that the 2/3 would repent. I was saying that they would like that one verse in Proverbs 5 that they would be like, I should have listened to my teachers. You see, I was never saying we're gonna repent. Just to clarify.
Come.
And that's going to happen in the lake of fire because, it says they shall know it by pain.
Yeah, by pain. Yep.
I got Ezekiel 36, verse 22. It says, therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the supreme power Yahweh, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for mine holy name, but for mine holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither ye went. And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh, saith the supreme power, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. Which we're doing right now. That's what's happening. In fact, I was watching this. I don't know if you guys watched it, but his name is Donut. He's a Edomite. He's a Amalek, and he's pretty much his tongue is falling upon their own head. And he was talking about how they infiltrate like Malcolm X. The reason they didn't like Malcolm X was because he was in a suit and he was intelligent, where he was able to speak, which they don't like that. And that's what's happening right now. We're not, we're being cleansed before the heathen's eyes, and they don't like it. We're standing upon our feet, and great fear fell upon them.
We're putting on those righteous garments.
Right. It says, I'm going to jump down. It says in verse 29, I will also save you from all your uncleanliness, and I will call for the corn and will increase it, and lay no famine upon you. Which eventually, even when we get to the kingdom, we'll never suffer again. But even this time, we'll still eat in the time of Jacob's trouble. It says, and I will multiply the fruit of the tree, talking about, us being the branches, Yahweh Shai being the vine, and the increase of the field, that ye shall have no reproach of famine among the heathen.
Hey, go.
right now
Right.
we're being cleansed of our uncleanliness, but this is gonna last forever. What we're doing today is gonna continue on forever. That's why His righteousness, is immortal. You know.
We'll end it on this, man. This is Second Ezra 7:3. And I said, Speak on my power. Then say he unto me, the sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? There's another thing. A city is built, set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. And that represents the kingdom of heaven. But it tells us what? Verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow, straight gate, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. Tribulations and trials on each side, man. You see? And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. Every man got to walk this straight gate if you call yourself believing in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man. Verse 9.
Yeah,
If
because
this city,
that's like, if I could say, that's like, the narrow path you were reading about. The elect are going to be on that narrow path because it's easy to sell out and take the sea hip, But the elect are going to endure. We're not going to turn to the right or the left. We're going to stay on that narrow path, which, hey, get in where you fit in,
Second Ezra 7:9. If this city were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? We don't get the inheritance unless we go through the time of tribulation, man. It's the only way. It's a prerequisite before the kingdom. This must be. And he goes on to say what? Verse 10. And I said, It is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, Even so also is Israel's portion. This is how we get the kingdom, man, through much tribulation, like we read in Acts 14:22 earlier, man. You see?
Esau uses this metaphor in his movies. You ever seen the dragon? You'll have the princess in a tower, and one knight will be brave enough to take on the dragon, defeat the dragon to get the princess. They get that metaphor from the Bible, which that's what we are. We're that knight trying to get to the kingdom of heaven, man. Going against that dragon, Esau and his.
I was going to say, going against the dragon.
Yeah.
So with that, man, we're going to end it. Hey, get your fucking mind right. Tribulation is the only way we get to the kingdom, man. Don't let these false pastors and preachers deceive you into thinking that you're just gonna slide into the kingdom. You see? Hey, even the 2/3, you're gonna go through tribulation too in that fucking fire. So hey, tribulation is the only way, man. Is the thing is the Most High has the elect set up to go through the straight gate to get it, while the 2/3 they're gonna have to know it after death by pain, man.
And the remnant is gonna go through the spiritual fire, while you 2/3 are gonna have to face that actual
Physical fire.
yup.
Hey, so with that, Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. So, Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. We're going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekah, Quadash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopefully let Akim out there pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai has created us to do. And with that, we're going to say Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom to the elect.